You now, this is just my lesson is your lesson, everyone. We're just going to crack on.
Fair enough, we're cracking on. Right, so first of all, what we've done here is we've set up 8 foot putts.
Yep.
First thing I'd want you to do is go through your normal routine. Okay, so how you read it, what you would normally do, same routine as normal. And then all I want you to do, if you do miss, is tell me why.
Okay.
And before that, I just want you to tell me where you've read it. So if you've got this putt, if you've got it right edge, tell me that, and then tell me why potentially. So you use a line on the ball normally, yeah?
Yeah.
And where have you got this?
So I've got this about a golf ball and a half. Just
Okay.
I don't know, I picked that last night. Have it that.
Pretty good, good start.
Yeah, good start.
Happy with that? Started online, would you say it rolled well?
Yeah, obviously a bit bobbly, but yeah, it rolled well. When pace was probably a little bit off.
Yeah, okay.
It went in the bottom end, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, perfect.
As in this is a bit more, I would say this is a bit more straight-ish, like right edge maybe. Didn't move. So I feel that was pretty straight.
Pretty straight, yeah.
Yeah.
So read, pace was pretty good, a foot past.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty straight putt. And I've obviously pulled it, or I read it wrong.
Okay. Good. So putter, have you had that a while? Do you switch and change putters, or?
Do you know what it is? No, I've had this. So I went from full PXG to Callaway.
Okay, yeah.
Just again like the driver and all that kind of stuff a bit better. But I tried an Odyssey triple track putter.
Yeah.
It's a little bit shorter than this, and this is a lot more weighted.
More weight in the head.
Yeah, I do feel like I got this adjusted a little bit about a few years ago.
Okay,
like bent
yeah.
a little bit and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if is that what kind of stuff you do as well.
Yeah, so we'll look at when we use the Capto data inside.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
See if the lie angle's still correct for you.
Yeah.
What length is it? Do you know?
It's quite long, this.
Yeah.
But again, I think that's because I was like to help me stand up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I don't like being over here, so because it's a bit of a longer putter, I think I stand up a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. There's a little hill in this, isn't there? Like halfway. There's a little hill. I'm gonna aim just right of it. I'm hoping that hill takes it down. It's just a guessing game, isn't it? Turn now. So there was a hill, but it went dead straight. So we've only got one in so far, which is not good.
And we've
That is why we're here.
4 left.
See, I don't know.
So tendencies wise, would you say that you miss left to right putts more, right to left? Would you think about that?
You know, I was thinking about this before I came, and I don't know if it's like, I don't know, you know. I think I got a lot better at kind of reading the arc and then starting it a bit more right.
Yeah.
Which looked mental in my eyes, but it always dropped in.
Yeah.
I fancied like a longer putt, I was missing
Low
lower.
side.
So I was putting it perfectly on the arc, and I was like, I read it.
Yeah.
So I got a lot better at that on the break putts. I've got more confident aiming more right.
Yeah. I'm feeling comfortable that even though the ball
Looks mentally like
lining the ball up and using the shaft for me is a big thing.
whoa.
What would you put that down to?
I mean, I hit it softly because obviously it's downhill, but it must be a mystery, isn't it?
Yeah. Perfect.
Right. So
So this is the reason why I do this to start with is, again, a lot of times, any handicap really, the reason why you miss, often I get 8 different reasons in 8 different putts, so then that really comes down to the confidence of people having putting is often very low, and they're always trying to find a reason.
See, I wouldn't say I'm not a confident putter.
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't stand over them and think, oh my God, I'm going to miss this.
No.
I'm like, come on. I'm quite confident over them, but
I think that's.
I don't know if I want to know why I'm missing more. I want to know why I'm missing more rather than being I'm not confident.
Yeah, exactly. It's breaking it down to one reason why you miss, as opposed to it could be one of 6.
Yeah,
Oh.
got one.
So where did you have that one? You had it inside left, maybe?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's on a slight little.
Right, we've got two left.
This should be pretty straight. This one. I'm gonna have this pretty straight. I'm gonna blame the greens.
Ah, yeah. That's
Why
what
did you miss the green?
That's what I normally do.
That's what everyone does, isn't it? What a bubble. So.
That's what James Robinson does, to be fair, on a regular basis. It's never him. So where have you got this one?
Pretty centre.
Okay.
Might just move it a little bit. Is it better to get down and do that, or can you just do it standing up?
Standing up, I would say, because you're more stable.
Oh, we're on a roll.
Putt, right, this is it. For 4, I said you would be
putt.
happy with.
4 out of 8. What a
4
guess.
out of 8. Good.
Had a bad spell in the middle, but pulled it through.
Came through late, so it's not a trick question. The reason why I asked that is tour average from there is 50%.
Hey.
Okay, so
Get us
tour
on tour.
average, there we go. So it's understanding that we're not supposed to maybe hole more than that. I mean, for handicap wise, that's good. Yeah. So the ones we want to, the ones we've missed, we want to work out why we've missed those. Okay. So now, if I got you to hit, let's say we're going to do a 20-foot putt, what do you do different with your stroke wise to when you're just hitting 8-foot putts? So if I was now putting from here down to this hole, again, not quite 20 feet, but what are you going to do? What do you do differently?
I get the line, but I don't concentrate as much on the line.
Okay, yep.
I concentrate a bit more on like keep looking like at the flag a bit more.
Yeah.
Like just a bit like a shot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Visualising the distance.
So back
more,
towards the lines, or
thinking
just try and get it near.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Right. So go through your routine on this one, and
So
then
am I lining it up or not?
You do what you normally do.
Yeah.
So if you line it up, I've got one of you.
So yeah, I'll just start a bit left of there. Okay. I'd always line it up just so I know.
Good. And for distance-wise, is it more feel? You just have a feel with the stroke?
I wouldn't it wouldn't be like a chip where I stop it at a certain place.
Yeah.
I mean that would be ideal, but then you've got to start pacing out roughly
exactly how far
it is now. I don't think.
Okay. Yep.
So for me, it would just be, I've got my line now, so that's all set.
Yep.
Now I've just got to. It's obviously slightly downhill, so it's be a little bit. Let's have another look.
Okay.
It's way out, but.
So good roll again. The
good roll,
greens.
but I'm probably not. Yeah, I'm probably not as. Them ones I'm all right with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm obviously a bit not scared, but I wouldn't know. It's all. I guess it all is feel because I'm not really. I wouldn't know. I mean, I would love to know where to
go back to for certain.
If I said that's roughly whatever, like for me, that's literally just a guess. I'm just literally. I'm hitting it, then I'm probably not bottling it, but I'm a bit like, oh.
More of
as
a
I
guide,
hit it,
yeah. Guide
just,
it down there and be happy to 2-putt as opposed to be, right, thinking I can actually hold this one.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Right, let's get some numbers then. Let's have a look at the videos and see what numbers we've got.
I wonder, out of interest, how many people watching this have actually had a putting fitting? I bet every single person watching this got a driver fitting, their irons fitted, but I bet nobody got your putter fitted.
It's a common trend. I think everyone will just buy a putter off the rack. Most pros just say.
I used to.
Have a feel. Does that feel all right? Yeah, I'll just buy it then. 300 quid. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, my mate's always like, I got a new putter. I love it, little Scotty Cameron. I'm like, oh yeah. And then about 6 months later, get a new putter. I'm like, it's not the putter, it's you.
Yeah, but they like something new and shiny should work.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh God, look at that data, eh? All this for putting.
Right, so what we're going to do, same as outside.
Yep.
We're going to line your ball up as normal. On that black dot, just there, you can just about see. And we'll go straight to the middle cup. So, normal routine. We'll hit a few putts. We'll see what the
Combined.
numbers are saying compared to the film. Line up as normal like you did outside. So from the black dot, just in front of it.
Yep.
And then do your normal routine, and then we'll come in. He'll make a beep just before you hit the putt.
Just make sure it's lined up. Wait for the beep, yeah?
Yeah.
Go in.
There we go, good. And again. So like I said, there's a lot of numbers to look at there. Similar to TrackMan, people think there can't be that many numbers for putting. You just pick up a putter because your pro says you just have a feel, and then you go out there and you just knock it around.
It is mental, honestly. I didn't realise until someone said the other day that it's right, the one club you use in the bag more than anything is your putter.
Yeah.
If you 3-putt at every putt, you're using your putter like 54 times in a round. That's mental, isn't it?
Exactly, so you know.
Use your driver maybe like, what, 12, 13 times?
And that's it, and people spend £700-800 on a nicely fitted driver shaft, just an expensive one to say they've got it, but then we'll buy cheap putters. Okay, 2 seconds, good to go.
I don't know why I'm here, I'm off.
It's easy.
Maybe I was mistaken.
So like we said outside, we saw that mainly the shorter ones you hold tour average, so we know that was good. I mean, we hit a couple of pace putts out there, but the main thing you said is like you're just trying to get it to the hole. It's not more thinking of, I'm going to hole it.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a, if you even 5% unsure on a putt, you've missed in it.
Yeah, exactly. So the first thing we're going to look at is ball performance. So again, one thing you don't think about, okay, you do use the line, which is good, but we don't necessarily think about what that relates to when we're actually putting. So if we can see what it's doing off the face, we can relate it to the numbers and then relate it to why that's happening with your technique.
Okay.
So, import.
Yeah, it's always better to stick with something the grip-wise that you're comfortable with in it and work on that rather than, I think a lot of people grip, like I noticed when I put that post up, a lot of people just change your grip.
Yeah.
Oh, this does this to your shoulders. It's probably better to stay with the grip you're comfortable with and then working it from there, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of people change grips because I've seen Jordan Spieth go left below right. That means he holds the face off. Necessarily might not do that. He might be working on a different thing, but we go to whatever we've seen from a playing partner more than likely.
It's mental golf, isn't it?
Everyone
wants the quick fix, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, we'll copy either the playing partner. Barry just said he's putting well, so I'm going to copy Barry's stance and posture. Okay, so we can see there's a lot of jump on that straight away, a lot of bouncing. And it bounced into my finger, not the phone. So a little bit of, let's see, a little bit of cut spin.
That's a big one.
And bouncing. So it's something you don't see, because when you're putting, you don't think, oh, have I seen it bobbling? You're just thinking, right, is it going in or is it not?
Or do you just think it's a bobble and it's not your actual?
Yeah. It's the something on the you might be in a pitch mark or something. So let's now have a look outside on the putting green. So one thing is obviously lining the ball up, which is we said that you do consistently. But we need to make sure that that is consistent and matching what the actual putter is doing. So if we look at these, okay, we want to look at if the putter line is matching the red line on there, pointing slightly right of that red line. So you can see, we can just see it's working a little bit to the right. So using the line is making sure then we can actually match exactly where it's lined up to. So if we go on this one here.
That was not as bad.
It's not as bad.
But it's still slightly right, isn't it?
It's still slightly
right.
right.
Does that make a difference?
So that's going to make a difference on what we have to do to potentially manipulate it to go in. So that's the thing where we say, right, why did you miss? We have to make sure that we're aiming, because that could be something of why we've missed to start with. So if that's not aiming exactly where we think we've got it, like that one there is probably aiming right edge instead of the centre of the cup. The ball's at the centre. This one, I believe, I know we hold that one, so we'll show this one.
Well, look at the line.
So look how it actually on this one it has hook spin. So see how the line actually
The red line's gone, isn't it?
curves. Putter works out to the right.
No wonder I missed.
And that missed. It did actually. I think it was level, so it was a bit under pace. But I think the putter pointed in the right direction. The line was a little bit wrong, and then we had a little bit of hook spin. So it's just us matching that up. So let's have a look at this one. You hold this one. So putter was aiming probably right edge.
Which is probably is the right line.
Yeah.
The ball's actually not.
And then let's see again. So that one there, we can see a little bit of cut spin. See how the red line's
Now gone right.
now gone right. And this one
It just sneaks in. That's probably very lucky putting it.
sneaks in, yeah. So you've hold it. You feel that's a good putt. I don't want to say, but it's probably more luck than judgment.
Right.
Okay. Okay. But you can see there, we'll hold some, which we have, and then the other ones, it's then very hard to break down why you've missed. So we can see when you get to a longer putt, it's, ooh, right, I'm not confident in holding it, I just want to get out of there with a 2 putt. So let's relate that to the numbers that we've seen over here. So we'll narrow it down slightly for us. Okay, so first 2 putts, which you hold. Okay. So you hold the first 2 putts, but if we look at those numbers, okay, your path is working a little bit out, well, across the ball, so out to in, so a cut kind of motion. The face was 2 degrees closed, okay, but that's based on where you were set up at the start. So for me here, you've aimed right, cut across the ball.
Sounds like my normal golf swing.
And that's the funny thing, you know, without asking you, a lot of the times it goes throughout the bag.
Yeah.
You know, you see a tendency with a driver.
Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes a tendency with a putter. So, again, we can see that's gone in, but you're cutting across the ball, so it's a glancing blow. So you start to think, well, if we've got now a 30-foot putt and I glance across that, it's going to take a lot of speed out of the ball, so it might come up short.
Yeah.
So, let's go to your second one, which you also hold. Okay, again here, consistent path across, face closed. Again, I'm going to say your tendency, which we've seen on the videos here, was to aim right, and then we've managed to get it back onto line. So again, one here, energy, we've lost 16% of energy when it loads. We've got some energy that's lost from hitting the toe. Again, if I'm coming across that ball,
It's not hitting the middle of the putt.
we're going to encourage a toe strike. So that's going to lose us some energy to start with. And then we've also got some backspin. As we saw, it was launching quite up. And we've got backspin. So you don't think of backspin maybe on a putt, because you think, well, I'm just getting the ball rolling on a nice surface. But if we've got a little bit of loft on there, it's also going to encourage us to have some backspin. So again, holing out wise, you're still going to be able to get the ball to the hole, but let's go to a 30-foot putt. It's going to be difficult to judge the pace. One might be 5 foot short, then the next might be a couple of foot past. Last one, which was different, we missed to the right.
I felt like I pushed that a little bit. I think I went like...
Yeah, felt like you
interesting to see if I actually...
fell back a little bit and held it open. So here, path was very neutral.
See, that felt like I pushed it, didn't it? But
Yeah.
it was actually quite straight.
Yeah, so it felt like you was there, but if you were falling back potentially on that one, it would straighten up the path, but then you've just left the face wide open.
So it's actually gone where I would normally aim right
Yeah,
and cut across it,
yeah.
but I've gone straight there, haven't I?
You've aimed right in the faces then, mate, so you've aimed right. 1 degree, you would have missed the hole, but you missed the hole probably 2 or 3 inches, and that's because of the face being open as well as the aim then being right.
Yeah.
So we need to think, well, we need to break it down. Is it the putter? Most people like to blame the putter, to be fair, but can we get you to aim better? We're using the line on the ball, but we can see that that doesn't always match up. So we've got potentially another couple of ways we can mark the ball that might help you square the face, which is potential. But we'll see then what's coming from the videos of the motion. We want to look at, for this, like you say, your putter is 36 inches long, which has got you eye line inside the ball.
Yeah.
If we go too short, it'd be on the outside, and we don't really see very much consistency. But With this putter, we might just grip down a little bit.
Okay.
Might go down to 35 inches. Let's have a quick look on here. Yeah. So one of the numbers is, when it loads, is your lie angle. That's not the best image I could get. And we can see that when you come into impact, it's actually working with the toe down. So it's cutting across and it's a little bit toe down. So again, to try and hit the centre spot there, it's going to be very difficult. So let's have a look at what we can do. Again, we'll do some drills now and do some changes to your setup slightly.
Yeah.
So we're going to move that ball position. We're going to bring in a template, which is going to just give you an idea of how we want that to arc on the way back.
Right.
To you,
I've got one of these.
have you got, do you know which one you've got?
That.
The same one?
I think so, yeah.
Perfect. So
The teasing. I mean, I've never used it, but it's in
You've
my
got-
garage. It's in my golf sim here.
I was going to say, it's
I
there.
I got it, so I knew I was coming in. I thought, I'm going to need something like this to practice, because Dan's got one of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm going to need one. And I remember the other day, I was standing there following that arc, and it felt mad.
To you, it'll feel like it's going here.
Yeah. And it just felt weird. But yeah, look, let's
Exactly.
go back. Let's do some changes.
So you're aiming pretty much where the ball was, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can see there, without doing anything, except for adding that line for the leading edge, has allowed you to aim square.
Okay.
Okay, we've not changed your feet, we've not done any of that, but just a ball marking can help your alignment. Most people just want to buy a putter, but I break the news, they've just got to buy a ball marker. Then they get annoyed about having to buy a Sharpie. So, the shaft that's in between your legs, that wants to be the middle of your stance. So when you take your stance, I want that to be bang in the middle. So you
The
put
club?
Yeah. Good. So does that feel far forwards or?
No, it feels no.
Okay. And then from there, we're going to make, and then let's make a motion from there, and then we'll make one more change.
Swing, yeah?
Yep.
I couldn't. Just felt, I don't know why. Maybe I was standing over it for too long, but
Yeah. Okay. Good. Right. So
I'll do it quicker this time. It's,
the mirror, okay, I want you to, same with your stance, so make sure that it's in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, and then all I want you to do is get your left eye so you can see it in the mirror there when you're over the ball. So be able to get a smidge closer.
yeah, I can see my.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good, and you're ready to go whenever you're ready. Good.
Kaboom! Thank you for coming. I'm off. That felt like it came off the face a bit better.
Yeah, strike-wise, how did it feel?
Yeah, felt more like you could tell by the pace and the.
Yeah, came
It
off
just
a little
felt a
bit
bit-
quicker.
Yeah.
We didn't lose as much energy, so straight away there it's coming off a little bit quicker. So now I'm just going to make it, again on the putting green, depending at home what you've got, you're not going to be able to stick tees in. On the putting green we'd stick tees in, but here, use the remotes and it's a good use. Okay, so on the way back, this is going to feel like it's got a massive arc, but it's actually not. Okay, good. So club's in the middle, high's in the mirror.
4-5 or left eye.
Left eye. Good.
So is that how much I like just go across?
That's it. So you can see how on the way back you wanted to catch that. So just have a couple of practice strokes now without it. Even if we can get it going just back and through a few times, feel like it's a really big arc of that setup. And
So you almost don't, you almost go slightly back and then.
so that's it. So on the way, if you think the butt of the club, so if I had my putter, the butt of the club is really going to stay pointing at the belly button. So on the way back, it's there, and on your finish, it should be there. If we're this way, we know that we've dragged that putter across. Because unfortunately, on the putting, on the green, on the course even, you haven't got that. But to give yourself your feedback, you can hold that finish and think, okay, has the putter released?
Oh, yeah, I think I'm still trying to go a bit more inside from there. It's like, so if I was going to do, it's like that.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
So is that like the arc, like there?
Exactly.
If you start coming too much inside, then it'll start going off right, won't it?
Exactly, and you can start to see that, and you can start to go, oh, I've overdone it a little bit.
Yeah.
On there, then you go, right, okay, I can put the tees on both sides. You can make that as tough as you want, because on this one as well, there's even more tees. That one's actually a bit more forgiving with the tees. There you have to put about 14, I think. But that's giving you a bit, you know from there, if you've got your setup, you can make a consistent motion. Good. And that tempo there probably feels very slow, but that's a good tempo for that pace putt.
Is it?
So we're smoothing it out as opposed to it being a little bit short and poppy, because then it could loop a little bit.
Oh, so that would be, that all the way back there would be the putt.
So for this putt, the tour average would be 10 inches back, which is just at the end of there.
Okay.
So for you, probably would feel very long, but you'd be used to going short and then being a little bit quicker.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why, if we go short and quick, it could loop one time, then it could loop another way. The same in the golf swing. If I went a really slow backswing, I know Matsuyama does it, but he's the one-off. But if you went really slow and then quick, that club would be dropping behind you, and then it'd either cut across or we'd try and save it with the hands. So markings on the ball, we can see that that's actually helps you aim a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can mark that up to help the leading edge, and then we've got a little bit of setup for you to do. To change your motion, we can also take this out, and we've got another way you can do this. If you don't have these straight away, but I know you've had them sat at home. Okay, we're going to get you to set the ball up as close to the toe as possible, and then try and hit the middle of the putter face.
The toe.
So try and hit the centre, yeah. So set it up on the toe, and then this is going to encourage the path out to the right to hit the centre of the face. Good.
And then try and hit the centre?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, good to go. Good, so how did that one feel? Strange?
Oh, actually.
Yeah? So it's good, we hit slightly up, the face was exactly where it was, and was able to get that to move a little bit, still came across it very slightly, but that's a way for us to create the opposite motion. So we go back off.
Could you actually put like that?
Yeah, so I've got a couple of guys who've gone away and done it, because it's a way on the golf course of you getting the arc working out to the right.
Rather than concentrate on trying to get the arc, you could literally just set it up straight like that, and then literally you could just go. I mean, I'm not gonna do that, but
no, but it's a good practice drill to encourage you actually getting that putter working out to the right instead of working across to the left.
Okay.
Good, so let's go now do some pace. So the next thing we want to look at, technique, we can take that out and practice on the green, but then we want to be better for you 10, 20, 30 feet, where is 90% of the putts. So outside, we'll bring the two balls that I've marked up. I'll mark another one up actually. Okay, so back out on to the putting green now, and we're trying to do some pace now. So we've done technique, which we're still ticking here, but we're also now looking at pace. And like you said to me, you're not sure of how far to take it back and go through.
You're just guessing, aren't you?
It's guessing. So we've got some tees down here for backswing length. So all I want you to do is, when you set up here, again, get that posture. We're imagining that it's in the middle of your stance. You can see your left eye. And then we're going to take the putter face, not the back of the putter, back to that tee. Okay? And then we're just going to swing through naturally.
When you say putter face, you mean that?
Yeah. exactly.
to there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit it though.
Now it'll go over, so we're going to set up on the ball, and then your putter will rise and go above it.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. So we now know how to line it up, and it's going to go up a little bit. Okay.
So is that slightly right, or is it?
That we're not worried about the tee. The line is pretty square.
What? I am now, I think.
There, yeah. Good.
And I'm getting square in my putter. Left eye
Stance is
kind
good.
of
Then
there.
your putter face will go back to the tee, and then
And
through.
I've got that first pin.
We're going to see where it goes. We're going to see where that backswing gives us.
Okay.
So setup's better there.
I hit something.
Do you feel like you caught the mirror? Okay, so does that feel a little bit short to you for that distance? The backswing length?
Do you know what? No, because I feel like I still felt like I went quite far there.
Yeah.
So that must mean I'm literally like if I was going there normally, I must go like, doof,
Yeah,
in it.
exactly. And
Is that how it's hard to judge every time?
yeah, because your stroke before was more of a, let's say, a hit, as
Right.
opposed to letting that putter, the length of the backswing, do really the distance. You think if I said to you, hit me a 50-yard pitch, again, someone will prove me wrong, but you wouldn't swing to here and then swing through to a full finish. You're going to match that on the way through. So here we're just now getting you longer and smoother, as opposed to it being a bit brisk.
Same one again?
Yep. So setups there is very good. That's in the middle. Perfect. So a foot pass.
Yep.
More than happy with that.
But then again, it was only like half a foot before, wasn't it?
Exactly. And these.
So like if you were like going for that as a putt, that's definitely going to be a 2-putt.
Yeah. And that's the thing. From 10 feet, tour dispersion is a foot either side, so it's 10%. So if we now go to the second one,
Yeah.
which is 20 feet, we've got 2 foot either side, but you know what we like. If it's past the hole, we've seen what it's done. Okay, so this one might feel ridiculously long.
Yeah. Is that only going to that second flag?
That
Second
backswing
pin?
length will go to the second
That
tee.
is to me, and I think that everyone watching, that is mental.
So yeah, if we get this from face on, it'll look like it's a really long swing, but that will only go 20 feet.
What? What I've learned as well is like I did the centre on the ball, not the club.
Yeah,
So I've centre from there,
yeah,
and that's why I've probably been a bit far back.
yeah.
If I actually get the club like that and then centre my feet from the actual club, then it's further forward, isn't it?
And that's it. If you ever, like, you know, depending on your simulator at home, if there's a mirror, you can just see. You should start to see the putter shaft would match the zipper
Yeah.
on your jacket.
Right. So this is gonna be a bit crazy to me. This. Right. Here we go.
Okay, so I'd say the face was just a little bit short, so you didn't get
Sort of that.
didn't get all the way back. Okay, so the camera will show that nicely. Putter face probably went back to here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So let's grab them.
So is this? I think I've seen Justin Rose do this. I think he was doing a little thing on Sky.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, if I want to go further, the club goes further back. If we want to
Yeah.
go shorter, it goes shorter.
Yeah.
So really, it's not. I think amateur golfers and us mere golfers, we just hit the ball, don't we?
Yeah. And
So really, once you get this down, it's like chipping in it. It's like, right, how far is that putt?
Yeah.
How do you judge your putts? Like, you're not going to start pacing them out. I'm going to
No.
green book with this. Do you know what I mean?
you'll have a set one, but practicing wise, it
There's
depends.
more.
There we can get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
that-
30.
A foot's that in it? Is that a yacht? No, is a foot a
A
foot.
foot's a size 11 shoe, random fact, because
Right, so that is about,
figured that
the
out.
first one's what, about
10 feet,
10 feet?
which 4 strides, give or take, is going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4. It's
So
going to
4
give us 10 feet.
So 4 like strides is 10
Yeah,
feet.
just normal strides is going to
So you
give
could
us
actually just
roughly.
go to putting green and be like, 1, 2, 3, right, it's 10 feet. I'm going to go back to that
Yeah.
ish.
And then we'll have a set backswing length.
Yeah.
And then depending on the green, let's say you was playing Valderrama and it's
faster,
ridiculously quick, your putting stroke will just get shorter.
Yeah.
So you can adjust for greens. If we're playing winter golf, it's going to be longer because they're like this.
Which one we're going to here?
So let's go to the second one again. So all the way back to that tee. I say all the way back, it's not that far. Very good. That felt again,
Yeah, nice.
nearly
to be fair,
like
yeah,
you were
felt
sitting
really-
at 90 yards, but
It feels mental. I'm not going to lie, like that feels mad. And this is the part I think, the technical stuff, yeah, we'll whiz through on the video and you'll see a little bit of it. Obviously, we've been here longer, but this kind of stuff, I'm just going to leave it running because I think this will mind boggle people, I think, a bit.
yeah.
Not mind boggle, it's like it's amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a lot more consistent because it's so much easier. But
It's like if I said to you
there's
again,
no way I would hit that tee pick. I'd be like here and going, bang,
yeah.
or like maybe there and going flying past, but I couldn't judge it like that.
And that's the thing, if I said to you, how do you practice pace before? You'd probably say, I chuck a few balls down, I hit one to there, I hit one there,
Yeah.
and I get a feel for it, but I'm just hitting it harder. So one more to there, and then we'll go to 30 feet.
30 foot's going to be like a driver
So-
swing, isn't it?
so we've only got to 20, we've got another one to go.
I know. Look at that, 2 putt every time.
So, right, now 30 feet, this one will be...
Jesus. 30 foot's going to, how about this? What are you doing, guys? Just a 30 foot driver swing.
Just half a swing.
That is,
So, rolled pretty good,
yeah.
a little bit short, let's see where it got to. Okay, so camera will clearly show that again on that one. You were just past halfway in between, and you look where the ball as a reference has gone, it's probably gone 26 feet. So that is exactly where that swing length should give us. So we still need it longer.
Jesus.
So here, one thing is in putting, is we talk about wrist. So we want to have that little bit of soft play in the wrist, that'll get us that extra distance. So instead of trying to guide it that far, we can have that little bit of
A little bit of wrist. no?
little bit of hinge.
On the longer putts.
On the longer ones, yeah. Good. So we've got consistency.
They're exactly the same line, aren't they?
Exactly the same. So we know that one, we need to go a bit longer.
Mate, come on. I'm going to be standing here doing little pitch shots with my putter. I've absolutely nailed that. Flying past. That was a bit too much risk probably, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little bit, but again, I'd rather see was get that one and work it back.
Right, okay.
Yeah? Good.
Ah, if I hadn't hit it, it would have been close.
That'd have been probably within a foot, yeah?
Yeah. And this is just helping them, the 2 putts. This is really where it matters, this distance.
This is it. I mean, you think about how many 3 putts you have in a round, even if it's 1 or 2, we get rid of those, it's 2 shots. Very simply saved, as opposed to, you know, if you hit your driver 10 yards further, it might be 10 yards further in the trees. Good, so quick back.
Nearly. But even these bad ones are not even, you're probably better off than your shots you could have had, do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. So we can start to dial it in. I'd say the 10 and the 20 feels easier.
Yeah.
This 30 footer, we just need to make sure it's a little bit quicker and it gets back to that tee.
That felt better. Go on.
Better.
What?
So that was probably half an inch short of it, and it's gone 1 foot. So that's a nice 2 putt. Right, one more.
Hit something, but distance-wise,
Distance-wise, pretty good.
I'll be more than happy with that from
Exactly.
30 foot.
So we've done it to 10 feet, 20 feet and 30 feet. Now what we do, if we've got this drill, is random, okay? So what I'd then do to test how it's worked in, well we need to, yeah, is we'd go 20, 10 and 30 maybe, okay? But the main thing here is that, like I say, the same as the mat inside, we can't take it on the course. So we want to give yourself a reference for this when you're out on the golf course. So if you take your setup for me, okay. Right, and if you take the putter face back to the first tee, okay, so for your reference for this one, nice and easy if you're on the golf course, if you've got a 10-foot putt, just outside your right foot is where you want to take it back. Okay. So nice reference in your practice swings. If you come back to this one now, so hands to the middle of your thigh is a reference of where that is. Right. And then if you go back to your favourite one, the 30-footer, okay, hands on the edge of your trousers. Yeah? Okay.
Let's go take them away now.
Take them out, yeah?
Yeah, I want to just give it like a random try without them. This is where it all goes peaked
Right,
on.
let's go 20 foot first then, okay?
So 20 foot was just back of my heel, wasn't it? It doesn't look as long. Oh, because I haven't.
Is that 10?
No, it's because I hadn't opened my foot.
Oh.
Starting going, that's not that far. Here we go. So 20, yeah?
Yeah. So,
I'd be more than happy with that.
Inside 2 feet, I'd say. Give or take.
I'd walk up and just tap it in. Tap it.
Right, 10 foot.
That's the thing with putting in it, it's just having good misses. It's a game of misses, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. We're not expected, as silly as it is, to hold that many.
Yeah, so you got to miss them and then virtually have a tap in rather than oh no, like going to hit foot and you miss it.
I think the problem is everyone expects to hole a lot more than they probably should.
Yeah. Right, so 10 foot, yeah?
Yep.
So that'll be just outside my, no.
Yeah, just outside
No,
your
that was
right
my toes, wasn't it?
It was just on the probably outside of your right foot.
So,
there you go.
What on my thingy was my heel?
Yeah.
So this is just like there.
Perfect. So that's the pace I like to see. Foot past.
Yep.
Right.
Here's the big dog.
And the favourite. Let's see if you can get
it. I'm not even that. Honestly, I don't mind it.
So,
it's not
well,
like...
the last one, for example, is, you know, people say, if you 3-putted from 30 feet, the tour average, you know, just outside, well, it's 33 feet, they're more likely to 3-putt than they are 2-putt. So realistically, again, we beat ourselves up if we don't put 2-putt from 30 feet, and a tour pro on average might not. So
it's expected.
Our expectations are, again, a little bit high.
Oops.
Hit it.
It's in. Is that way too? That was too fast, I think. Wasn't it?
I'd say that was good enough back, but then it was a bit of the old motion where it was a hit on the way through.
Okay.
Yeah, so backswing was perfect. Not bad.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Right, let's now put that into some putts with actually reading the green, okay? So let's go now. I want you to hit this one. We've got, I'd say, 20 feet to that hole there. So read it. We'll line it up with the new lining up.
Oh yeah. So I've got a line on.
That one, yeah, well, that one has, it's on the other side. I've somehow done it the opposite. Okay, so reading this, where have you got it? How far outside the right would you say? Or would you say that?
It's got to go right left, but if I was thinking of like an arc, like there, if I was about a foot, yeah, there you are there.
About there?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's check that line is at the end of there.
Well, now I know how to line it up properly.
Exactly. Now we could be
I can
dangerous.
actually check the red line now. Yep, it's in bang in the middle of that thing.
Perfect.
It's about 24. Trying to remember what 20 foot was again now. Heel.
Yeah. 20 foot was, yeah, heel, hands to the middle of your thigh. So, started online, just didn't break as much, pace is perfect.
Yeah.
Actually didn't break as much as I thought, because I thought it was higher, so
Yeah, I did.
I'd say good read, but you'd rather leave it there. Again, what I see a lot of times, if you under read, it leaves you a longer putt and falls away from the hole. So pace wise, very good. Right, let's do a 10 footer down to this one.
So is that not a 10 footer? Because obviously it's downhill. So you're going to do it a little bit less than 10 foot.
Exactly, so you start to treat this as, you know,
Yeah,
probably,
6 foot.
yeah, 6, 7 feet.
I'm just going to go left edge, I think, innit?
Left edge, perfect.
Game changer, this lining up with actual line. That would have been just enough for the lesson, that just actually lining it up right, doing that thing. I've been doing it. No wonder I thought every putt was just lined up perfectly.
It's amazing how many people do the same. They'll cover the line, and if you cover the line, if you've got one line, with these you might get away with it, but if you've got one line, I've seen people have it 15 foot outside the left and they think it's 2 feet outside the left.
Meant like that. Right, here we go. So for me, 10 foot was my foot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like in line my, just outside my foot.
Just outside, so
20,
here, I just
20
go.
foot was outside my foot, wasn't it?
10
Oh, no,
foot was outside.
20 foot was my heel.
Yeah.
So,
I'd go here, just middle of your right foot.
Yeah. Fast, isn't it?
A little bit faster down there, okay. So, right, why did that miss though, technically?
Read it.
Misread it. Pace-wise, if you go realistically on straight behind the hole, is give or take a foot past, really.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more. But it was just, it was a foot outside as opposed to left edge, yeah? So, slight misread, but the rest of that was right. We take a little bit of the distance out of the backswing, and that does that. Right, let's do a 30 footer. I'll not do the swingy one onto the hill, so we'll go from here to the one with where the flag's in.
That's 30 foot, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, it is actually, isn't it? Right.
1, 2, 3.
I'm just going to try and get as close, I think.
9, 10, 11. Maybe it's 33.
So it's going to go a little bit left to right, isn't it?
Slightly, yeah.
Not as much as I'm aiming like. I'm aiming nearly that white bloody sign. So now I've got it about 2 foot.
2 foot, yeah, I'd say that's good, because if anything, it's going to fall back to the hole and leave you not much. So here, do a practice swing just to the side of the ball. So set up, and then through. So go back, through, good. Good, and then straight into this. Set up. And then I want you to pull the trigger pretty quick. There we go.
Hey, I'm celebrating that layer's gone in. Even he's celebrating, look. See that there? Yeah, it's job good, I'm off.
So realistically there, 3 2-putts from all the distances, but easy 2-putts to then break down why.
Stress-free, innit?
Yeah, we can see that the 10-footer and this one, it moved a little bit more. Okay, it did bobble off, I'll give you that one as well. But we can see that it left tapping.
Let's do a isn't it? A 6 foot, just to see what it's like in a straight putt.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are a bit dodgy as well, aren't they? I mean,
Let's go straight-ish.
I just want to, the 10 foot and thingy foot I'm quite comfortable with now, but imagine you got a bit closer and you got like, yeah. So even it's pretty straight at it.
Yeah. And yeah, I think you doing the practice swings at the side with a full motion and then going in will be easy for you than stopping.
So if my 10 foot was kind of like, no, 6 foot was like in my middle of toe, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd just go middle of your foot when you take your stance.
Right there.
There, and then a couple of strokes going through, good. And then into the ball. Build your stance. And then pull the trigger.
See, that's gone past, not far, I suppose, is it?
But you'd rather hit it that past on a 6-footer than leave it in the jaws. Yeah?
Leave it back
That
in.
just broke. That broke right to left. We had it dead straight, so it's just moved off. Pace was good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can do the same one again and just aim it left edge. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your tick boxes there are nice and easy. On the first putt, it rolled well. Pace was good.
And you don't mind missing for the tap in anyway, like it wasn't far out, was it, do you know what
No, and it missed, but you go, okay, misread. I broke it down, it moved left to right. The second one, same process. We've technically cheated because we've done it twice, but we knew the read was the left edge.
Yeah.
And you're able to then just roll it end over end.
You haven't got to like, you're never going to make it as complicated as going for like 13 foot, 17 foot. It's just basically, if you have that 10, 15, 20 basic,
Yeah.
and you look at it, if I'm like, say if I was here now and I was going for that flag, well, you'd think, I mean, I'd guess, I don't know what that would be, 20 foot?
That's, 25 foot, yeah, give or take.
So then you'd be like, right, well, 20 foot's outside of my heel, 30 foot's there, I'm going to go like here.
Yeah, and you can start to figure it out because you know where it is.
Just like there.
But I'd say 90% of your putts on normal size greens, this is a large green,
Yeah.
but 90% of your putts are going to be inside 30 feet. Okay, if you're outside of 30 feet,
And you can have, and by the time you get to the green, you can have a check, can't you? Like, if I say if my ball had landed there, for example, or even here, and like I said, you've got plenty of time to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 20 foot, isn't it?
yeah, so you think about that, you know, if you, normally when you watch people green reading, they have a look from here.
But we never do that as amateur golfers. You just get the green and just give it a whack.
Yeah.
It takes 2 seconds, doesn't it?
But even if you're walking up, from this way and wherever the tee is, I'm just going to, like, you know, walk to my ball. You could just walk it out as you're going to the side of the green.
Put your bag down.
Put my bag down. Right, I know that's 25 feet, give or take. Then I know exactly already on my practice swing of how far I want to give this.
Downhill, innit? I've gone 20 foot with a hill.
Exactly. So there, 20 foot, we count it as 15, and you think it's gone 5 foot past.
Yeah, so it would have been bob on.
Yeah. So it's just counted a bit. Let's do this one coming back. So let's line this up just outside the left, probably a ball and a half.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
Hey, job done.
It's an easy game, really.
Yeah.
But good. I mean, that's again we've done technique.
Yeah.
We've then done pace. The only other thing we'd look at is green reading, but that would be then again after you going out, hitting some putts, playing some and seeing that, am I under reading, am I over reading?
Yeah.
And you can start to break down, if you do miss a putt, nice and easy why it is. It's not 10 different reasons.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
And that's the end. That's my first ever proper, I think for me honestly, my first ever full-on putting lesson. And honestly, even just them distance things with my feet and stuff like that has made a massive difference already.
Yeah.
And that makes it exciting to go on a course and not be scared of a 20-foot putt.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to look at a 20-foot putt and be like, that's sound that. It's just, that's my heel.
Yeah.
Bang, done.
Think of holding it more, being positive, as opposed to thinking, oh, just please get it near for a 2-putt.
And that's what everyone does.
Yeah.
Even just to say, for me, if you're watching this and you've never had a putting lesson or something like this, go and do it. Because like I say, putting is the one club you use more than any, and I feel like you can lose a lot of shots by doing something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Massively. Right, spot on.
Perfect.
See you all soon. Bye-bye. To the chopper. You now, this is just my lesson is your lesson, everyone. We're just going to crack on.
Fair enough, we're cracking on. Right, so first of all, what we've done here is we've set up 8 8-foot putts.
Yep.
First thing I'd want you to do is go through your normal routine. Okay, so how you read it, what you would normally do, same routine as normal. And then all I want you to do, if you do miss, is tell me why.
Okay.
And before that, I just want you to tell me where you've read it. So if you've got this putt, if you've got it right edge, tell me that, and then tell me
So
why
just move it a little bit
potentially.